Hello everyone, welcome to the 25th episode of my crypto series. In episode 24, we talked about decentralized finance and especially how you can do liquidity mining in decentralized finance. We spoke about the advantages of doing liquidity mining and how it is better than Bitcoin mining or any computer-based mining operations that are more expensive, and probably the return of investment in liquidity mining is so much better and easier compared to the Bitcoin mining. If you didn't watch it, please understand the video. Please understand what is DeFi mining before we get into this video. So we talked about how we could do liquidity mining better using the Binance Smart Chain, and today we're going to be doing a full end-to-end demo using the Binance Smart Chain and one of the top liquidity mining providers or top decentralized exchanges called Pancake, which is using Binance Smart Chain full and we'll do a complete end-to-end demo. Even if you have never done crypto before, you'll be able to understand most of these concepts. So let's get into the video. So obviously we'll start with the disclaimer. I'm not a financial advisor or an investment expert. None of my videos are financial advice or investment advice. This is a disclaimer. And also, if you are watching my videos, you would know I always say that don't send your money to people who call themselves as professional brokers or investment advisors. None of them are true. All of them are scammers. Quick recap. What we're going to see today is a quick recap of what liquidity mining is, even if you watched episode 24. And we'll also go through Metamask sign up, whatever is required for doing liquidity mining today. So we'll start with a quick recap. So in episode 24, if you had seen it, I showed you what liquidity mining is all about, broken it down in very, very simple terms for people who don't understand what decentralized finance is or what liquidity mining is. I explained with very, very simple examples what liquidity mining is and how everyone can become a liquidity provider and earn a passive income in crypto, which was not something that was easily possible for small investors like us before. And most importantly, what we saw was a basic illustration of what is an impermanent loss. This is a very, very critical concept that you need to understand because it is one of the biggest risks in liquidity mining. And what we saw was that how there is a double reward structure with mining rewards, which is trying to overcome this impermanent loss. So big warning before you proceed is that if you did not understand impermanent loss, watch the video again. Write it down and make sure you understand impermanent loss before you go proceed with the video, because that is extremely important. Another warning is that liquidity mining can be extremely addictive. I generally don't trade too much, like I've explained in episode 15, only on rare occurrence. Otherwise, I buy a crypto and I hodl, I keep it for a longer time, and it's easier. And that's probably the best option for most people. But here there will be a need to chase higher yield pools, and you will probably often switch liquidity pools. If you switch liquidity pools multiple times on the same day because you're addicted to this liquidity mining, it could cause significant loss. For example, one pool could be 500%, and then if it reduces to 300%, you want to jump to another pool, then it will result in a significant loss. You need to keep your liquidity over at least a few days for you to get better yield out of it instead of jumping from one liquidity pool to another liquidity pool. So we'll explain that later, but liquidity mining as a concept was introduced by the smart contracts of Ethereum virtual chain. We spoke about it in a previous episode on the ERC20 platform. But we saw in the previous video how it is extremely high, like even sometimes like $100, $150. Like in Loopring, we saw it cost $200 to get into the liquidity mining just as an entry fee alone. So ERC20 as a concept, even though it's existed for a long time, we saw how really congested and slow it is. And what we spoke about last video was that Binance had introduced a smart chain ecosystem called the Binance Smart Chain. Now, even though Binance had a blockchain of their own for a few years now, through their crypto token standard called BEP2, which BNB is their own coin, like WazirX has WRX, BNB is their own coin. The Binance Smart Chain mainnet went live in September 2020, about 6 months back roughly. And since then, the growth of the Binance Smart Chain, BSC as it is called, and the BEP20 platform, the token standard, the new token standard that they created in decentralized finance has been staggering and unprecedented. There's been nothing like this, this kind of a smart chain adoption, I would say, in the recent times in crypto. This kind of changed the landscape of decentralized finance, where it enabled small retail investors like us to get involved, and not just the big whales and the rich who were participating in the Ethereum based liquidity mining before. So today we'll be looking at, if you look at the fee structure of the EP20 and the Binance Smart Chain, and most of the fees is so low, and you'll be able to easily compare. So Binance had actually created this Binance Smart Chain in collaboration with a lot of big names, and they had WazirX as one of the biggest collaborators as well, because WazirX is obviously owned by Binance. So there are more updates that are expected on the collaboration partnership soon, and it could happen that those exchanges and their tokens can also be issued on Binance Smart Chain. Like DYORX could be issued on Binance Smart Chain, which could be one of the reasons why DYORX has also picked up in value quite a lot recently. It has jumped almost like 100 times in the recent few months. People who had bought WRX based on my episode 3 video had made like 50 times, 60 times profit. So that's one of the reasons. And if you compare it, the BSC was built to be many times faster, many times cheaper than Ethereum. How is it faster and cheaper? Like, you can take 2G internet as an example. If you compare, Ethereum was like a 2G internet on a 64 kbps 7-8 years back, when internet was so expensive and it was not affordable for everyone. 10 years back it was like thousands and thousands of rupees. Today, however, you can get 5G internet or 4G internet for like 1 Gbps broadband at dirt cheap cost, literally. I mean, in UK, for example, you can get it for next to nothing. Some things to know, right? So gas fees and transaction fees in Binance, unlike Ethereum, is expected to be always kept at a very, very low rate. So for example, they are saying that they are trying to keep it under $1, and in fact most of the transactions that they did were like either 3 cents or 15 cents on an average, and it was never probably exceeding 23 cents. And what they've done is they are, regardless of the price that goes up, they are trying to keep the gas fees low, and they keep reducing the gas fees when the Binance price goes up, as compared to Ethereum where they didn't do that, because of which the prices of the gas fees kept increasing to $100, $200. When comparatively, Ethereum, it takes like hours to complete, whereas BSC takes like few seconds to complete. The block is very, very quick, and the transaction speed is amazing. As a result of this technical advancement in the blockchain and smart chain, a lot of DApps, DApp is a short form for decentralized applications. A lot of DApps have been created just like Uniswap. Uniswap is a DApp, right? Loopring is a DApp, but they are all created on the Ethereum network, and they are great DEX platforms. But similarly, people created a lot of DApps for Binance Smart Chain as well. There were a lot of early adapters. Even Binance themselves included an integrated DEX, integrated decentralized exchange, and an integrated DEX ecosystem. They created it on their own. But a few third-party DEX platforms, they utilize the Binance Smart Chain, but much better than Binance themselves. And one of the top performers is called as Pancake Swap Exchange. And Pancake Swap Exchange, when you compare it, Uniswap, for example, was started in 2018, and Binance was only launched in September 2020, like I said, along with the Binance Smart Chain. It took 2 years for Uniswap at that point to come to our total value locked, which means that's the total money that is staked in Uniswap, to about $2 billion. But within 6 months, Pancake Swap has already gone from like $0, it had nothing when it started 6 months back. It has already caught up with Uniswap. So Uniswap is today, when I made this content last week, Uniswap was sitting at $7.75 billion. And Pancake Swap already had a total value logged of nearly $7.5 billion. So it had almost caught up or even overtaken. Probably when you see this video, Pancake Swap could have overtaken Uniswap as the world's leading decentralized exchange. So this is phenomenal. And what we'll do is we'll do an end-to-end demo of what is Pancake Swap, how you can use it. And there are lots of ways that you can trade on the Pancake Swap exchange. So today I'm going to be showing you one of the common and easiest ways using computer, which is using a non-custodial DeFi wallet called as Metamask. There are a lot of ways to send crypto to Metamask, but today what we're going to do is, for people in India and outside India, we're going to have two methods. If you are outside India, you can sign up on Binance. Obviously, this is not working in US is what I'm being told, but you can sign up on Binance. You can buy BNB and Cake, and you can send it. Cake is their own cryptocurrency, like WRX for WazirX. Cake is their own cryptocurrency, and you can send it to Metamask easily. You can connect your Pancake Swap to Metamask, and then you can set up and start trading it. For people in India, slightly longer method where you sign up in WazirX and you sign up in Binance using the same email ID, and you can connect it together. I'll show you the demo as well. And you can transfer from WazirX to Binance instantly and free without having to go through addresses or anything. Basically, it's a bridge that gets connected between WazirX and Binance because they are owned by the same company, Binance. So then you can easily, once you have transferred USDT from WazirX to Binance for free, then you can follow the same process. You can buy BNB and Cake in Binance, and you can send it to Metamask, and you can start using Pancake swap in the normal way. So from that point onwards, after you have transferred USDT to Binance for free, from that point onwards, the process is the same for anybody, whether in India or outside India. So that's the advantage of decentralized finance. Once you enter into that ecosystem, it doesn't really matter which country. Like I said in my previous video, it's borderless. So how are you going to send crypto? We're going to sign up in WazirX, and the detailed demo of how to sign up in WazirX in the demo was already done in episode 3. That's the only thing that I'm not going to show today. How to sign up in WazirX and how to enable your bank account, how to deposit. That detail, in complete detail for beginners, I've done it in my episode 3. I'll give you the link for that video as well. You can go and have a look at it, and there is a link to sign up as well. Those links are all referral links. For WazirX and Binance alone, those are referral links. Decentralized exchange, there is no referral, so you can easily click on the links. Contents of the demo, I'll give you the content of this demo as a timestamp in my video as well. I still need to work on the timestamp process a bit quicker, but I'll try and put this timestamp so that you can easily skip to that point if you want it. So the Binance sign up, all of these processes, how to add Binance to Smart Chain, to the Metamask. Those are all small videos you'll find in YouTube in multiple places. I'm trying to combine everything into a single video for people to refer to as a quick guide. So WazirX, obviously, like I said, that's the link to sign up. That's a referral link, but you can go and sign up directly as well. But if you want to see the demo, you can click on that demo. So today, Metamask, Pancake, Finance, everything I've given a demo. So Binance, if you click on the Binance link, this is also a referral link. You can directly go sign up if you don't want to use it. So if you click on it, it'll ask you for an email address and sign up. And once you do that, they will send you an email address. They'll send you a code for account verification. You enter it, and that's it. You don't need to enter anything at that point. If you are inside India, for example, what you can do is you can immediately connect your WazirX. You don't need to enter your KYC, or you don't need to do a KYC again if you've already set up your WazirX account. So you go to settings and click on WazirX, and then it will say that connect WazirX, the button will be enabled. So you click on connect WazirX, and if you had used the same email address, that will be very efficient. So there will be a WazirX window that will open, which will say login via Binance. So now the login details that you just set up in Binance, use the same login details, and will say that it's going to establish a bridge between your Binance account and WazirX account. So it is very fast. It takes like a couple of minutes to do. Once you have created the Binance account, they will send you a one-time password to the same email address, enter it, and then it is connected. Now you will see a new option called transfer funds to Binance from your WazirX account. By using this, you can transfer instantly and fast. Remember, a lot of people are still not using the WRX 50% fees, and they came back to me. So remember to use the 50% fees option. So when you click on it, you have a list of cryptos that you can send. There's about 15-20 cryptos that you can send for free from WazirX to Binance, on the other way around. But I recommend using USDT. So this is the option that I told you about, where in settings you have the fee option, where you can pay using WRX and you get a 50% discount. That's like almost saving a lot of money over the long period of time. So we're going to buy USDT, and at this point I'm going to buy like $120 worth of USDT, and I'll tell you why. So once I've bought $120 of USDT, I go to the transfer and I click on transfer to Binance, enter the authenticator code. I've shown all of this demo in my episode 3 as well. So, and then you can transfer money to Binance. If you are directly registering in Binance, you can enter your debit card, credit card details, and you can click on continue. It will ask for, I think about 1.8% fees, which is like if you are entering $50, like 90 pence fees that you need to pay. 50 pounds, 90 pence that I paid. But once you have done that, if you go to buy USDT, you can actually use the cash balance. I recommend depositing money as a cash balance into your account and then using that to buy your crypto as a two-step process. So now that we've done it, we've bought it using debit card and credit card. Now you can also do it using faster payments, which is using your bank account, which is free of charge, there is no transaction fees for it. You see the transaction fees is 0. I don't know if it's the same in all the countries, but in UK currently it is 0. So What they will do is they'll give you a sort code and account number, an account detail reference with a reference code. You open your bank account, like I'm opening my TSB bank account on my mobile app, and then I'm paying like a normal payee. I enter the reference code. That is very, very important. Once you enter the same reference code, within a few minutes, it took me about 20-30 minutes, but within a few minutes it kind of transferred. So now I have $120 of USDT that is transferred. I'm going to first buy BNB. So BNB is their own coin, Binance own coin, like WRX in that thing. So now I have $120 of USDT. What I'm going to do is I'm going to buy roughly about $40 worth of $40 worth of BNB. So I'll tell you why the amount is. You can vary your amount depending on how you want to use it. So now I bought $40 worth of USDT. Now here itself, I'm going to go to the exchange and select Cake. I'm going to buy $80 worth of Cake, and I'll also explain why I'm buying $80 worth of Cake. So I'm going to install Metamask now. So go to the description, click on metamask.io, and that link will open up. So you can directly go to metamask.io as well. This is a browser extension. Like previously DeFi wallets, we installed it on our mobile phone. This is a browser extension that we are going to install, that you can use a DeFi wallet on the computer itself. So like any other browser extensions that you have used, right? Like a lot of browser extensions are available. Most people who use Internet Explorer or any Chrome or anything, they will know. So I'm using Chrome today. So once you enable it, it will open up like this, and then it will ask you whether you are new to MetaMask, and you say yes, I'm new to MetaMask, and create a wallet. So this is very similar to how you created a wallet in your DeFi wallet in your decentralized finance. We saw it in episode 23, we saw it in episode 24 as well. So I said no thanks to collecting data. Anyway, they're only going to collect anonymous data. But anyway, I have said no thanks for the statistics collection. So it'll ask you to set a password. So you need to remember this password every time you close the browser and open the browser. When you access MetaMask, it'll ask you for this password. Here is where it'll ask you for the 12-word phrase. This is going to be very, very important. Write it down in multiple places. Like I always say about DeFi wallets, there is no login to a centralized location. Nobody can help you. If you forget this, that's it. You've lost your wallet. So make sure you write it down and you keep it in multiple places. And that's it. Once you've done the validation, the wallet is now ready. Now by default, the MetaMask DeFi wallet is set up to Ethereum mainnet. Now what we are going to do is we are going to change it to Binance Smart Chain. Now there are multiple ways of doing it. I'm using MetaMask because it is one of the most popular and most convenient ones. So what we're going to go is we're going to click on that the dot, and we're going to go to settings and then networks. So in networks, we have only Ethereum network and some of the other test networks. We're going to add a network, and we're going to add the Binance Smart Chain network to the MetaMask. So it is only using Ethereum for now. We are enabling Binance Smart Chain. So where do I get the Binance Smart Chain details from? How do I enable it? I have given the link for that as well, where Binance themselves have given the 3 or 4 details that you need. So network name is actually customized, but what you need mainly is the RPC URL, chain ID, and symbol. So RPC URL, if you copy and you paste it in the MetaMask, in that add network option, it will automatically populate everything else. So network name, I'm keeping same as what Binance recommended, but you can keep it as Binance Smart Chain, Anand Smart Chain, whatever you want to keep it. That's just a custom name. So RPC URL I copied, chain ID I'm going to copy, and also the block explorer I'm going to copy. I'm going to copy and paste everything into this so that I don't make any entry mistakes. So currency symbol, I'm going to keep it exactly as Binance BNB. So just use exactly what is mentioned in those 4 fields. That's all, or 5 fields basically. So it takes you like literally 30 seconds to do. And once you've done it, make sure you've done it correctly and click on save. That's it. Now the Binance Smart Chain has been enabled. And you will notice on the top that from Ethereum mainnet, it has now switched to Binance Smart Chain, or Smart Chain in short. And you will notice that there is only one address, and that is your address for all your cryptocurrencies. Like in normal scenarios, you will have a separate address for every cryptocurrency. In Binance Smart Chain, it's a smart contract, which means that every crypto will be using the same address using a smart contract. So what we are going to do is we're going to add a token. So Cake is not enabled by default. Some tokens are already enabled by default, and you can just search and add it. Cake is a custom token that we are going to add, Pancake Swap's own exchange. So what you do is you go to the BSC scan and you search for Pancake Swap, and then you will get a Pancake Swap token. You can copy the smart contract, and once you copy the smart contract address, the contract address, when you go and place it in the contract address, it will by default say that, okay, this is what you want to add, this is a new token that you want to add. One of the easiest methods is that you go to CoinMarketCap. CoinMarketCap is like our CoinStats. It's a good aggregator webpage, where if you search for the Pancake swap, the coin, there is a button called Add to Metamask. That wolf icon is there. So if you click on that wolf icon, Add to Metamask, it will automatically open your Metamask, and it will say that it is suggesting add to tokens. Click on add to tokens. By this way, you will not make a mistake of copying smart chain contracts and all that. So it's an easier way. So I prefer this way. Now that you've done that, it is now added to your Metamask wallet. Now we are going to transfer BNB. So we're going to go copy the address in Metamask, and we're going to from Binance we bought BNB, right? So we're going to transfer it to Metamask. So you copy the address and then you go to Binance, and in Binance you select your BNB. I have $40 worth of BNB. I click on withdraw. So in withdraw, it asks me for two options. So first I'm going to paste the address here, whatever address that I had copied from my Metamask, and then I'm going to select, make sure you select the Binance Smart Chain. If you select the Binance chain, which is the older network before the Smart Chain came, it won't transfer your money properly. So make sure that you select the Binance Smart Chain, and you'll notice the fees is only like 23 cents. Like I said, it's always kept very, very low as compared to Ethereum, where the fees was like $30, $40. So it will ask for authentication code from mobile and phone. Once you've done it, your withdrawal will be submitted. So and you can see that the withdrawal is very, very quick as well. So I'm going to do the same thing for Cake also, the same address, exactly same address that you've copied, and then you're going to say Binance Smart Chain. The difference is that because the smart contract, whatever currency you send to that address, it will automatically detect what contract it is going to go to, and it will give you that token balance. So Cake again is like 21 cents here. So I'm going to send the $80 worth of Cake that I had bought in Binance earlier. Now within like 2 minutes, roughly 1 or 2 minutes, it is now transferred into my Metamask. So whatever I transferred from Binance has now come into my Metamask balance. Now I'm going to set up a profile in Pancake Swap Finance. This is an optional step, but the reason why you need to set up a profile is because it enables you to participate in IFO, and it gives you a lot of rewards, and there are additional benefits of doing it. But if you don't want to do this, you can skip this step. But connect to Metamask, this is important. Click on the connect, and it will launch the Metamask connection authorization window, and click on connect. Don't worry, Metamask, every time you want to spend, it will still ask you for a connection. You're only establishing a bridge between your Metamask and your Pancake Swap. Now, like I said, click on that profile icon, and you can start creating a profile. You can skip this step if you don't want to have the additional benefits like IFO participation, free crypto and all that. But I recommend doing this because I've done this and I found this beneficial. So, but it does cost you at this point 1.5K, which is roughly about $40, I would say. So you can select any profile in that, and this is an NFT. So we'll talk about non-fungible tokens in other episodes, but basically it's like you're buying a label kind of thing or an icon kind of thing. For profile picture, there is no option to upload, so you're buying a profile picture, let's say. So it's there is a transaction fees of about 16 cents. Like I said, transaction fees is always kept to that amount. So click on confirm, and you are now basically buying using one Cake. The cost, you see that it is one Cake, which is roughly at that point when I did that episode, it was about $20 to $23. So it is standing around $25. That's the value of Cake. So it's asking me to confirm, and then it will take one Cake from my Metamask. So I had 3 Cake that I bought with roughly $80. Now I'm spending $25 on creating the contract. Then it will ask me to use that same thing that I bought to be set as a profile picture, and I do it. So it's a 4-step process, and every step, everything that you do in Pancake Finance, it will ask you for confirming it. These fees that you are seeing is a one-time fees for setting up a profile. After that, it's only every transaction that you do that you need to do the fees. But again, as compared to Ethereum, the total fees in this entire process was like less than 1 transaction in Ethereum. So then you be part of a team. You can select whichever team, it doesn't really matter, and then you put any name here. This name, if people know about it, they can actually look at your transactions because it is on the blockchain Binance Smart Chain. You can actually look it up. So if they knew your username, they can view your wallet balance. So I'm going to use a name just for this purpose. But unfortunately, if you use your social media names, then other people can also view your wallet balance. So be careful about that. So then again, finally, when you're about to create your wallet, it will again ask you to sign it. Now you have completed your profile. So this profile creation process, like I said, is optional, and you can skip it if you don't want those additional benefits. So finally, you're signing an NFT contract to say that I want to create my profile. That costs 0.5 cake. So totally, in the first step, it cost 1 cake, and now it is costing 0.5 cake. So this is another $15. So first we spend about, let's say, $25, and now we are spending $15. So in total about $40, and in fees we would have spent maybe about $1 in total. So $41 we've spent for creating the profile completely. So now this is the step for creating a profile in Pancake Swap. And what they're trying to do is that they're trying to encourage you to be part of the ecosystem. So there's 1.5 cake that you are spending. They're giving you additional benefits, and then they're trying to get you to be part of that ecosystem. That's how they're attracting. It is like, getting a membership with Swiggy or something like that, right? So becoming a premium member with Ola or something like that, so that you get like benefits, small benefits on future transactions. So it's membership that they're trying to get. So now we're going to go and farm. So you see that there is a farm that is about 500% liquidity right now. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to buy one of those farms. So I'm going to buy one of those cryptos. So ITAM was the coin that I saw was having a higher liquidity percentage. So I don't have any ITAM. I'm going to swap it. I'm going to go to the trade exchange swap. I have BNB. So I have $40 worth of BNB. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy roughly about $15-16 worth of ITAM. I need to keep some BNB always for my liquidity fees. So I'm going to spend like $15 worth of BNB, and I'm going to swap it to ITAM. So it says that 0.03 BNB gives me 162 ITAM. As you can see, liquidity provider fees is like less than 10 cents or 5 cents practically. So I click on swap. We saw it in Uniswap as well, how we can swap it from one currency to another currency. This is the decentralized finance swap. And now I click on confirm. Every time I do a transaction, I have to click on confirm in my Metamask. So now in like 5 or 6 seconds, the swap is complete. Now I have both BNB and ITAM, and now I'm going to become a liquidity provider. So the same liquidity, the same swap I did, I am now going to become a liquidity provider. I'm going to earn fees from that. So I click on add liquidity, and I have to select a pair, like I said in my previous episode, right? I have to select a pair now. So I select ITAM, which is my other crypto that I just bought. And then I select maximum, and it tells me the equivalent amount of my BNB. Remember the dollar amount equivalent of both like apples and oranges that we did, right? So we have to have the same dollar amount. So it automatically calculates the same dollar amount, and it says approve the item spend first of all. So first I need to click on approve the item spend. So to spend a cryptocurrency for the first time in Pancake Swap, if it's a new crypto that we have not spent in Pancake Swap, there is an approval process first. That this is a new crypto that you have not used in Pancake, approve it first. So ITAM is a crypto that we have not spent in Pancake Swap, so we are approving it. Then there is a supply button, which means that okay, we are ready to supply this liquidity to the liquidity pool. We saw what liquidity provider is, what liquidity pools are in episode 24. So now I'm click on confirming supply. So when I confirm, at this point, I get liquidity provider token, which is a LP token, is a representation of the fact that I have become a liquidity provider. So what it tells me is that I have provided liquidity, and this is evidence of the fact that I have become a liquidity provider, and this is the quantity that I have provided liquidity for in BNB and ITAM at that point, and it will start to vary every minute. So again, you have to confirm in your MetaMask. So every transaction, like I said, there will be a confirmation button. So even though the bridge is connected, Pancake Swap cannot take funds from your MetaMask without you authorizing every single transaction. So now that's done, and LP tokens are in your wallet. Now, if you go to your MetaMask, you can see these LP tokens in your wallet as well. And this is, like I said, is a representation of the fact that you've become a liquidity provider. And notice that you have a ratio of how much BNB and how much ITAM you have submitted. And this will vary every minute. If the liquidity, if it's a fast moving transaction, ITAM will go up, BNB will come down, or BNB will go up and ITAM will come down, like the oranges and apples explanation that I did. At this point, if you go to MetaMask and you can see that LP token representation in your, so you click on the 3 dots and expand view so that you can make it bigger in MetaMask, not just for this, but for any purpose. And here you can, if you scroll down, you can see the LP token being represented as -LP, which means that that is the liquidity provider token that you have got. Now you will see it only at this stage. When we use this liquidity provider token to submit it in a form, after that, that is in a form and you won't see it. Some people had said that, no, I'm not seeing it. That's because you've done it in the next step. In this step, between providing liquidity and putting your LP tokens in the form, if you see it, you will be able to see it in the MetaMask. Now I'm going to go to the form. So form is where after I have deposited, after I become a liquidity provider, my mining rewards, like I said, right? How mining rewards is the second step of rewards. So here I go see that it's 579%. It will reduce over time and you will notice it when you start using it, and I'll explain it much better in the next episode. So I click on enable. First of all, I'm enabling access to this form. Again, for every enable, for every transaction, every confirmation, it costs about 15-16 cents. This is something to keep in mind, but it's a one-time fees that you pay. And then you click on stake LP. Now it will tell me how much balance I have. These are the 2 liquidity provider tokens that I have, and I'm going to stake it. So when I'm staking it, what it means is that in this form, the liquidity provider token that I had got by providing liquidity, I'm taking it and I'm staking it into this form, and this is giving me a mining reward. What it is doing is that reward option that we spoke about, the second level of reward. So you get a liquidity provider fees for every transaction in the liquidity pool. Apart from that, you also get the second level of reward, which is this mining reward. And you will see slowly and steadily, depending upon how much money you've invested, slowly you will start to see that the money, like for example, if you invested $1,000, you will see it to rise much faster. If you put only $100, you'll slowly see that increasing. The third level of reward, that's what makes Pancake Swap even more interesting, is called the syrup pool. So in syrup pool, now that we have cake, right? So cake is what is being generated out of that form. So all the cake that we earn, we can come to a syrup pool. You have to enable a syrup pool or approve cake spend for the first time for every pool. And then you can select any pool, and you notice that most of it is above 100%. I'm selecting item pool here as an example, and I confirm. What I'm doing is, first I use my LP tokens and I'm getting cake, free cake now. I'm using that free cake. So I bought that extra cake to show this option. I'm taking that cake and I'm putting it into the syrup pool, and I'm getting free item tokens. So this is my third level of reward. So that's the 3-level reward structure that they have. Now you can see that immediately after putting my stake, my item pool is starting to increase. It is starting to show that I'm getting free item tokens now. You can put it in any of these tokens. They are all Binance Smart Chain tokens or Smart Chain crypto pool. So you can stake cake and get more cake as well. That also you can do. So this is like, you can see that the interest percentage is very, very different, and it goes down over time. When a new pool is created, new farm is created, it is higher, and then it goes down over time. So you can transfer from MetaMask to BNB very, very quickly. Same process like how you did it. So in BNB, you go and click on deposit, and they will give you a BEP20 address, which is the Binance Smart Chain address. So you can only use BEP20 for transferring. So you copy the cake, whatever free cake that you earned, right? So you can take that cake, or you can take any crypto for that matter. And if you find it in BNB, you can transfer it, and you can transfer it to BNB, and you can sell it like a normal process. So this is a basic demo. What I wanted to establish was that how much money you can earn. So I'm going to give you a very, very simple sample. This is a tool that I use to monitor how much my profits are getting. So for example, I deposited on Friday into this pool last Friday, and on 9th of April. And in 2 days, roughly about, let's say, $1,000 that I had deposited, $1,000 equivalent, which is $500 of BNB and $500 of ARPA, which is another token that I deposited. iTime also, I deposited $738 on Friday, same day I deposited. And this is a good tool that I use to monitor. I'll explain about this tool also in my next episode in detail, because this tool also requires a bit of detailed explanation. But you can see that the amount of money that it has generated, or the cake that it has generated, and the percentage that it has generated, or the dollar amount it has generated. For illustration purposes, if we just quickly see, right, how much money that I've got in 2 days, For example, so $1,000 into the first pool and $738 into the second pool. $28 roughly that I've got from that tool, what it's showing me and the cake that it has generated. The yearly interest is that much, and the calculated yearly APY is that much percentage. So again, this is only an illustration for the earning potential. It will reduce over time, and that's where the need for an effective yield hunting is. I'll explain this yield hunting process and tips and tricks in my next video. But again, one of the summary is that however high this BNB value goes, like unlike Ethereum, they are trying to keep the fees lower. In the last 2-3 weeks when I've been doing this, and in fact last 2 days, they've reduced the GWI fees, the gas fees that it is called, even lower. That they're trying to always keep, regardless how much our BNB goes up, they're trying to keep the fees much lower. And in the first 2-3 days it was probably around 20 cents, and then it actually came down to like less than 12 cents, 11 cents, and every transaction was costing like 10 cents, 11 cents compared to $30, $40, $100 in Ethereum. So that's the huge difference. Impermanent loss can still be higher if you're not careful, and if you keep moving, like if you only put liquidity provider amount as $200, it will take you 2-3 days to recover your fees. Don't keep moving your staking forms in syrup pool. Like you keep your cake in a syrup pool for 2 hours and then you move it. You're not actually getting benefit out of it by having a small amount. If you have a very large amount, okay, that's fine. If you have like $1,000, $2,000 or $10,000, it makes sense. But if you have like $100, $200, you need to keep it in a farm or a syrup pool for at least 3-4 days so that it covers your fees and gives you enough benefits over and above your impermanent loss. So I'll explain some of these calculations in a little more detail, but that's the process if people want to start doing that process and start getting used to that system. So the standard earning option, we can actually be a lot more profitable if you do it really carefully, understanding impermanent loss. But hodling crypto, like keeping a crypto, buying it and keeping it and waiting for like 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, that's the best way to make profit. What I'm showing here is the fact that you can do that, also use that crypto to passively earn from it. Instead of keeping it idle in your WazirX account. For example, WazirX, you get nothing. If you put it in Bitrue, for example, I showed you how you can get like 7%, 8% on interest on your crypto. Here I'm showing you additional methods where there is a little bit more of a learning curve than just putting it in a stake. There's a little bit more of a learning curve, but if you follow up on the video, if you look at the previous video and this one, you will understand the advantages better. And I'll also post a follow-up video in episode 26 with some tips and tricks and benefits of being early, and how to use Twitter account efficiently. So make sure you follow me on Twitter as well, and hopefully this was useful to you. Thank you. Bye.